I was brushing my teeth late at night when I saw my reflection, smiling back at me. But I wasn't smiling. I stood completely still, and it kept grinning wider and wider. Suddenly, my reflection moved on its own, lifting its hand and pointing behind me. When I turned around, there was nothing there. But when I looked back at the mirror, it was empty. Last night, I woke up to the sound of someone crying, coming from under my bed. At first, I thought it was a dream, but the sobbing got louder, almost like a child begging for help. I slowly looked under the bed and saw a pale hand reaching out towards me. When I jumped back, I heard a whisper say, "You're in my bed." If you're brave enough, subscribe and watch the full version in the pinned comment and find out who was under the bed.
3, 2, 1.
At exactly 3 a.m., someone knocked on my door. But when I opened it, no one was there. I tried to ignore it, but the knock came again, this time louder and faster. When I looked through the peephole, I saw glowing white eyes staring back at me. I opened the door, and suddenly the whole house went completely dark. Cristiano was practicing late at night in an empty stadium. Every kick echoed unnaturally loud. Then, he saw a shadow sitting in the stands. It clapped, slow and hollow. Cristiano kicked the ball toward it. The ball stopped in midair and rolled back toward him. When he picked it up, it had his own face stretched across it. Screams, "Would you keep playing?" or "Run from the stadium forever." Comment below what you would do before the whistle blows.
3, 2, 1.
Mr. Beast announced his biggest giveaway ever. Win $1 million if you survive the maze. Hundreds entered the massive dark maze, but one by one, screams echoed, and then silence. Cameras showed Mr. Beast standing at the exit, smiling, holding the briefcase full of cash. When the last contestant reached the end, Mr. Beast whispered, "Congrats, you made it." Then his shadow stepped out of his body, grabbing the contestant and dragging them back into the maze. Would you enter this challenge for $1 million? Comment if you'd run or take the money before the maze takes you. Mr. Beast set up a $10,000 challenge. Spend one night in the most haunted house in America. Lights, cameras, cash on the table. But when the cameras went dark, the crew saw a tall shadow standing behind him. It moved even though Mr. Beast was frozen. Then, the shadow smiled. Every light in the house went out. When they came back on, the cash was gone, and there were two Mr. Beasts staring into the camera. Would you play this challenge? Comment who you think was the real Mr. Beast before he posts the video. Maya woke up to someone whispering her name. She turned. Her roommate was sitting on the bed, smiling. "Are you okay?" Maya asked. Her roommate tilted her head and peeled off her own face, revealing a wide, empty grin underneath. Maya froze until she heard a voice from the closet whisper, "Don't trust her. I'm the real one." Who would you believe? The one in bed or the one in the closet? Subscribe before someone wears your face.
3, 2, 1.
Jason was staying alone in a hotel. At midnight, there was a knock. "Room service." He hadn't ordered anything. He peeked through the peephole. The hallway was empty. Another knock, louder. "Room service." Jason slowly opened the door. A food tray sat on the floor, steam still rising. He looked up. Every door in the hallway was now standing wide open, and dozens of pale hands reached out from each room, all pointing at him. Would you eat it or run? Subscribe before someone knocks on your door tonight. Lily was scrolling her phone in bed. Her screen glitched. For a split second, she saw herself sleeping. From the corner of her room, she froze, turned off the phone. A whisper said, "Don't blink." Her eyelids got heavier and heavier. She tried to fight it. Finally, she blinked, and when she opened her eyes, she was lying on the floor, looking at her own body still sitting in bed. How long can you keep your eyes open? Subscribe before you blink.
3, 2, 1.
Ryan's phone rang at 2:47 a.m. unknown number. He answered. His own voice whispered, "Don't leave your room." Ryan froze. Then, a second call. This time it was video. He saw himself on the screen, but behind him, in real time, a dark figure crawled out from under his bed. Ryan dropped the phone, and the figure's hand grabbed his ankle. Who would you trust? Yourself or the call? Subscribe before your phone rings tonight. Emma pressed the elevator button. It opened, empty. She stepped inside and pressed lobby. The elevator went down, past lobby. The display read B1, B2, B3. Emma panicked and hit every button. The elevator wouldn't stop. Finally, it opened. A dark hallway stretched before her. Hundreds of people stood silently facing the wall, one by one. They turned their heads toward her. Emma screamed as the elevator door closed and started going down again. Next time you ride an elevator, count the floors carefully. You might not be alone. Subscribe before the door opens again. Lily received a voice note from her best friend at 3 a.m. It was just breathing, then a whisper. "Don't come home." Confused, Lily called her friend, but her phone rang from inside Lily's own closet. When she opened the closet door, her friend was standing there, smiling, holding Lily's phone, and recording a new voice note. Would you open the closet or run? Comment before someone sends you a voice note tonight. Sarah brushed her teeth before bed and noticed her reflection smiling. Even after she stopped, she stepped back. The reflection stepped closer. Sarah turned to run, but her reflection reached out from the mirror and pulled her inside. When the bathroom light flickered, her reflection was standing on this side, grinning, with Sarah's toothbrush in her hand. Would you ever look in a mirror at night again? Subscribe if you're brave enough to try tonight.
3, 2, 1.
Ryan fell asleep on the last train home. When he woke up, the train was empty, but still moving. The lights flickered, and a figure sat down across from him. It had no face, just a blank, smooth surface. The train stopped at a station Ryan had never seen before. The figure pointed to the open door. Ryan stepped out, and the train left without him. Behind him, hundreds of faceless people were waiting on the platform, smiling without mouths. Would you get off that train, or stay inside forever? Subscribe if you dare take the last train tonight.
3, 2, 1.
Ethan found an old Polaroid camera at a thrift shop. When he clicked a photo of his living room, the picture showed someone standing behind him, even though he was alone. He took another photo. This time the figure was closer and smiling. He panicked, turned around, nothing there. But when he looked at the last photo, the figure's face was pressed against the camera lens, and it was blinking. Would you dare take one more picture? Comment if you'd keep the camera or burn it. Late at night, Ava's TV turned on by itself, just static on the screen. Through the crackling noise, she heard a voice whisper her name. Then it said, "Turn around." Ava froze. On the black TV screen, she saw her own reflection standing still. But in the reflection, she was already facing the TV. The static went silent. A hand reached out of the screen and grabbed her shoulder. Would you smash the TV? Or wait to see what comes out next? Comment if you dare watch static tonight.
3, 2, 1.
Daniel rented a cheap motel room for the night. When he stepped inside, he froze. The room had no corners. The walls curved smoothly, like he was inside a hollow sphere. He tried to sleep, but at 3 a.m. he woke up. to see a shadow crawling across the rounded walls. It had no shape, just a shifting darkness, and it was moving closer. Daniel ran for the door, but the shadow was already there, blocking his only way out. Would you spend a night in this room, or check out forever? Comment if you dare sleep here tonight.
3, 2, 1.
Alex moved into a new apartment. One night, he noticed a door at the end of the hallway he swore wasn't there before. He opened it and found a narrow, pitch-black room. Inside was a chair, and sitting in it was himself. The other Alex looked up, smiled, and whispered, "I've been waiting for you." The door slammed shut behind him. Would you open a door that appeared in your house overnight? Subscribe if you dare check what's inside.